Good evening, I'm Matt Woodman. This is CTV News at 5. Tonight, back to the bargaining table. The union and province trying to reach a deal to end the teacher strike. Narrowing their search, police follow a new lead as they look for a missing teenager. And statue stolen, a community trying to prevent its public artwork from being taken.
CTV Edmonton, local breaking news with Matt Woodman.
The Alberta Teachers Association and the province are heading back to the bargaining table. The ATA will meet Tuesday with the Teachers Employer Bargaining Association and a mediator. CTV's Naraman Issa joins us from West Edmonton this evening. So, Naraman, this news comes on the same day the province has locked teachers out.
Yeah, well, Matt, we are outside of a West End elementary school where not only are there no students here because of the teacher strike, but staff had to leave the premises by 1 p.m. Now, earlier this week, the province issued a lockout notice to the ATA members that kicked in today. And now the teachers union is focusing on getting back to negotiations.
Parents should take this as a good sign that we're having conversations. We know what teachers are looking for and what they are asking in terms of trying to fix the situations that we see in school.
ATA President Jason Schilling says exploratory discussions that started last Friday helped to develop further negotiations. The two sides will sit down again to hash out a deal to get Alberta teachers and students back in the classroom. Schilling says if teachers are eventually forced back to work, it would be under a work-to-rule strike mandate.
What it would mean if we were doing something like that is teachers wouldn't do the work above and beyond what is their normal work to do. So, of course, instruction, marking, supervision, that stuff would be done. But extracurricular activities, clubs, that work would not happen.
Now, the Alberta government says it's hoping the ATA's proposal is reasonable, fair, and adequately represents the terms teachers want to see reflected in their deal. Now, teachers are rallying instead of walking a picket line, and tomorrow there is an all-out for education rally that is going to be taking place near the Walter Dale Bridge. Matt?
All right, Naraman Issa live in the West End tonight. Thank you. Police are narrowing down the area where they think the body of a missing teenager from Edmonton may be. CTV's Evan Kenny has more on where officers are looking and how the search has evolved.
This is worth our best shot.
That shot is being taken 160 kilometers west of Edmonton. Police say new information in the past 24 hours has led them to this wooded area in the search for Samuel Berg.
A number of pieces of information that have come together in the last week that have caused us to focus on this particular spot.
Police say this investigation is coming together like a puzzle and that new tips and information are helping them get a clearer picture.
You've got all these pieces on the table, and as you work through it, you don't always know what you're looking for and where.
Bird was last seen June 1st in West Edmonton. Police now believe he is dead. His disappearance is criminal and his remains are hidden. While they've narrowed the search, police say there's still lots of work to be done.
It's a massive area, we'll do our best, but there's no guarantees that we're going to find Samuel here, unfortunately.
Still, officers and other search and rescue teams continue to look.
We're committed to working together to bring this home, whether it's today, tomorrow, this week, or next spring. This is not going away.
Police are asking people living in the Carrot Creek area to keep their eyes open for anything unusual. Police have suspects, but no arrests have been made. Evan Kenny, CTV News.
A 42-year-old man is dead after a shooting in downtown Edmonton last night. Police officers were called to 109th Street and 107th Avenue just before 9 o'clock. Officers found the man outside of a home. He died there. The homicide unit is now leading the investigation and no charges have been laid. Federal inspectors have determined a natural gas pipeline rupture last year west of Edmonton was caused by a crack in a pipe. In April of 2024, a TC Energy pipeline ruptured northwest of Edson. No one was injured, but it did spark a wildfire. The fire did not threaten any communities. The Transportation Safety Board report says pieces of the pipeline were found as far as 200 meters away from the site. The report says pressure had built up on the crack, which caused the rupture. The crack was detected during an inspection 2 years ago, but was classified as non-reportable. Some pharmacies in the Edmonton area are offering COVID-19 shots to people willing to pay more for early access. Right now, only seniors in continuing care homes, healthcare workers, and the immunocompromised are allowed to book a free COVID shot at a public healthcare clinic. In about a week and a half, everyone else can pay the province $100 for a shot. Some pharmacies are already offering COVID shots to the public for a slightly higher price. One pharmacy says it only gets 5 doses a day from its wholesale supplier. Pharmacist Michael Reese says they're getting more requests than they have doses on hand, and vaccines are available first come, first serve.
Those 5 shots go very, very quickly in the day, so it's until we can get more, a regular supply or a larger supply, it's going to be like that for the next, I imagine, couple of weeks for sure.
Reese says a COVID shot at his pharmacy will cost you $150. An expert panel tasked with looking at provincial post-secondary funding has delivered its final report. The report makes 11 recommendations to modernize and strengthen the post-secondary system. On the money side of things, it includes a potential new funding framework, changes to tuition and student aid. Other recommendations are based around international students, institutional autonomy, and making it easier for schools to create new programs to answer demand. The province says it will review the report and engage with Alberta's colleges and universities for feedback and next steps. A Canadian company has won an international award for its online fraud protection software. The Scam Shield Investor Protection Competition was launched last year by the Edmonton Police Service as well as the Alberta Securities Commission. Vancouver-based Stingray Security beat out more than 30 other submissions. Its web browser extension identifies unsafe links and blocks threats like online crypto investment scams, phishing websites, and fake investment platforms. Edmonton police say investment scams are one of the most prevalent forms of fraud.
According to the Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre, $310 million was reported lost to investment fraud alone in 2024. This accounts for nearly half of all fraud reported to the Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre that year.
The Stingray web extension can be found and downloaded online. Edmonton's food bank hopes a rivalry in the rink leads to pasta for people. The Edmonton Oil Kings are supporting the food bank this Thanksgiving weekend with a food drive during a game. The Oil Kings take on the Lethbridge Hurricanes Monday. They're asking fans to bring pasta, mac and cheese, or any non-perishable food that can be used as a noisemaker. After the game, that food can be donated to Edmonton's food bank. The food bank's executive director says its service is in high demand.
The struggle we're having is that, of course, the numbers of people we're serving is so high that food basically comes in, gets sorted, and it's back out into the community in a very, very short period of time.
40,000 friends, neighbors, and fellow Edmontonians are coming to the Edmonton's Food Bank every month, and we with the Edmonton Oil Kings want to help those people in need. So the partnership is out of need, and Marjorie and Tamazin and everyone here at the food bank, they do an amazing job. The volunteers, everyone's smiling here as they get the hampers ready for Thanksgiving, and we're so lucky to be able to be part of it.
The Oil Kings have raised more than 2,000 kilograms of food and more than $2,000 for the food bank during the last 2 Thanksgiving drives. If you forget your pasta, the Oil Kings will be selling some at Monday's game. Puck drop is at noon. All right, let's head down to the Uniquely Me fashion show tonight at Chateau Lacombe. Josh is down there. Josh, don't tell me they're letting you model and walk the catwalk.
No. I'm not modeling or walking the catwalk. This is one of my favorite events, though. This Uniquely Me fashion show for the Edmonton Down Syndrome Society is always a great time. We're, helping to raise awareness and funds for the Edmonton Down Syndrome Society. And, of course, we can't do that without sponsors who help us put on events like this, like Leadcore. And we have Mary Awad here with Leadcore. Thanks for joining us. And, why does Leadcore year after year feel it's so important to support this?
Yeah, Leadcore's just been a longtime supporter of EDSS and loves to be a part of the event, and we've been the title sponsor now since 2011 when it first started.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we can't do events like this without support of groups like Ledcor. You're modeling again for the second time this year. Were you nervous last year?
A bit nervous, yeah.
But not this year,
This
though.
year, I'm ready to go.
What do you like most about modeling and about the fashion show?
Yeah, I think just being behind the scenes with the advocates and catching up with them, chatting with them, and watching them shine down the runway. It's really not about me at all.
No. Watching them shine down the runway is a perfect way to put it. This is, if you've never been to this event, put it on your calendar for next year. It is outstanding. Mary, thank you so much. Good luck on the runway. We've got Corey Adel is modeling as well. Come on in for a second there, Corey.
Hey.
How are you?
Pretty good.
Is this what you're wearing?
No, this is just my pre-model outfit.
Oh, yeah, you just dress so well. You look like you're a model just on your own.
Thanks, yeah. No, I've got something fantastic from the helm that I'm going to be wearing, so I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, I'm excited to see that. I'm also excited about this forecast for tomorrow. I went 20 for tomorrow.
I was going 19, thinking 20, so I'm glad you're pushing it. You're pushing it.
I saw the 19 this morning. I thought, you know what? I'm going to go one better. I'm going to try and one-up Corey, which almost never happens. We'll look forward to seeing you on the catwalk.
Sounds good.
Let's do a little bit of weather right now. Temperatures did get into the mid-teens today, 16 degrees for a daytime high, which is exactly what you called for this morning for a daytime high. So let's hope he's wrong tomorrow, though, on that 19. Let's get to 20 one more time. 12 degrees, the average daytime high. So 16 puts us 4 degrees above average. We started the day at 0 outside the city, just below the freezing mark. There's your clear skies right across the entire province, and it looks like skies will stay clear tonight and through the day tomorrow. Lots of sunshine in the forecast. It was a frosty start for parts of the city, especially outlying areas, but tomorrow I don't think frost is going to be as big of an issue, as temperatures should stay a degree or 3 above 0, and then sunny and 20 tomorrow afternoon. That will not stick around through the long weekend, though. Big cool down on the way, some precipitation on the way, and some gusty wind. We'll talk more about that and have the rest of your forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, Josh, thank you. Coming up next on CTV News, a den away from home. Grizzly bears showing up in parts of Alberta where they haven't been seen in decades.
We always carry a gun now. We never used to.
By James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
You're watching CTV News at 5.
A string of stolen statues in Edmonton has one community worried about its public artwork. CTV's Gates Warren has more on the thefts and what's being done to prevent them in the future.
Guinevere Park in the southwest community of Glastonbury used to feature several prominent deer statues, but recently the statues were stolen. Surveillance footage on the morning of September 20th shows 2 people lifting the statue up into the back of a red pickup truck and driving away. The theft took just minutes. This is not the first instance of these thefts occurring in the area. Footage from the same camera captured another statue being taken in March. Gary Bohm with the Parkland Neighborhood Residents Association says the statues were what made the park special for residents.
You always see kids around hugging them, having pictures taken on them. So they're very much part of the community, much part of the social part of the community.
Guinevere Park isn't the only area where deer statues were stolen. Just down the road at Park Le Surf, which literally translates to Deer Park, a deer statue was stolen right in this exact spot. Now the association says these statues are anchored down by steel rods, meaning those who stole them went through a lot of trouble to do so.
The thieves actually came. In some cases, they knocked them over. Some, they actually cut the legs off to take them, we assume, for scrap metal.
Bohm says the association made the call to remove remaining statues to keep them safe over the winter, with planning around visibility and future locations before they're brought back into the community.
We're going through a program of seeing what we can do to protect them better and keep them safe when we reinstall them.
Edmonton police are aware of the theft at Guinevere Park, saying they continue to investigate and encourage anyone with information to contact them. Gates Warren, CTV News, Edmonton.
Parks Canada has finished gathering geotechnical data at the site of a deadly rockfall in Banff National Park. In mid-June, 2 hikers were killed and 3 others were injured when rocks gave way at a popular hiking spot around Bow Glacier Falls. Parks Canada says it will look at the geotechnical data over the winter. In the meantime, the trail will remain closed with no estimated reopening date. Officials say it won't be until at least next year. Parks Canada says anyone who tries to go in the closed-off area could be arrested or face a fine. Researchers in southern Alberta want to hear from landowners about grizzly bear sightings on their property. The bears and their dens are showing up in parts of the prairies they haven't lived in for more than a century. Researchers are now tracking where and why. One southern Alberta rancher says coexisting with wildlife is nothing new, although the increasing number of grizzlies is concerning.
We always carry a gun now. We never used to. And we don't let like I said before, we don't let the kids wander off when they were younger without keeping them under surveillance. And you check your cattle more because there is more bear attacks. And so it's changed how we manage our cattle and manage our lives.
The Waterton Biosphere Reserve Association is running the project. Still to come tonight on CTV News, a former soccer pro returns home to Alberta to kick off his own soccer academy.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
Morning Edmonton, wildlife experts flocking to our city for a conference on bats, and Lego Jurassic World opening at the TELUS World of Science. We'll get an early look Friday morning.
Your Morning Edmonton, weekdays.
Let's head back down to the Uniquely Me fashion show at Chateau Lacombe, where Josh has assured us he will not be walking the runway this evening. You do have the weather forecast, though, Josh.
We just wonder where we are at.
I do have the weather forecast, and it looks spectacular for one more day tomorrow, and then it takes a little bit of a turn as we head through the long weekend. We'll get to that in a second. First, take a look outside with the River Valley Skycam. It's brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free. 16 degrees under blue skies, and we'll see another day of sunshine tomorrow. 16 as well to the south in Red Deer, 16 in Grand Prairie, and in the mid-teens as well in eastern Alberta. And everybody's looking at clear skies through the day today, and I think almost everybody is going to get sunshine again tomorrow. That high pressure system will slide off to the east, but cloud cover's really not going to increase for too many areas except parts of western and northern Alberta. The big story is a nice kick of some warm air out ahead of that low pressure system. That'll boost us to about 20 degrees for a high tomorrow, and then watch as that moves off to the northeast, starts to kick some showers through areas from Fort McMurray all the way back through into the Edson, Hinton areas. Jasper, rain changing over to snow. We'll see some snow in the northwest as well through the course of the day, and then around lunchtime. It looks like that would be our best chance to see some showers here in Edmonton. Behind that low pressure system, after that chance of showers, you get a big cool down, and probably all of the snow is going to stay, accumulating snow anyways. It's going to stay in western Alberta, through the foothills, through the mountain parks. You could see 10 to 15 centimeters worth of snow in areas around Banff and Kananaskis. Calgary probably gets a couple centimeters of snow. I think for us here in Edmonton, snow is not that big of an issue this weekend. Sure, you might see a few flurries falling from those cloudy skies there on Sunday, but it's that cool northerly flow that will drop temperatures to about 2 or 3 degrees for a daytime high Sunday. That's going to be the big issue. There's today in the orange zone. There's your warm up tomorrow, so around 20 tomorrow, and then watch this cooler air just continue to pile in from the north as we head through Sunday and Monday. I think by Tuesday, we'll start to see a little bit of improvement, and by Wednesday of next week, she'll be back into the 10 to 15 degree range for daytime highs. So the cool air will not stick around, but it's certainly going to be here through the long weekend. 2 degrees tomorrow morning here in the city. We'll be in the 0 to -4 range across most of the rest of central and northern Alberta. Daytime highs tomorrow in the upper teens for most areas, mid-teens and high level, though, and Vegreville gets to about 21. Be close to 20 in Lloydminster, Red Deer, and Jasper tomorrow with that increase in cloud tomorrow afternoon in Jasper, and then some showers turning over to some wet snow. Here in the city, about 9 degrees mid-evening, dropping to +2 tomorrow morning, and then a high of 20 with light wind and mainly sunny skies. Gusty for Saturday, Sunday. You're looking at wind 20 gusting to about 40 kilometers per hour, and it's coming out of the north, so that'll be dropping temperatures. Your chance of showers, especially midday and into the afternoon hours on Saturday, and then a slight risk of a few flurries late Saturday night or early Sunday. 3 degrees for a daytime high Sunday. Yes, we get a little bit of sunshine there Monday afternoon, but we're only about 4 or 5 for a high. There's your warm-up after the long weekend, back into the 10 to 15 range for the middle to the end of next week. Again, we're down here at Chateau Lacombe for the Uniquely Me fashion show in support of the Edmonton Down Syndrome Society. Are you modeling tonight? Oh, yes, of course. Oh, Alana, my co-host. Yes, so this will be my co-host this evening, Alana Gursky. Alana, are you looking forward to this?
I am.
I'm looking forward to it, too. Hope to see you down here as well.
Glad to see you'll have some help. Josh, thanks very much. A former pro soccer player from Red Deer is giving Alberta players access to high-level coaching through a new soccer academy. Keelan Lavery is the director and head coach of the West Canada Football Academy. Lavery competed in the English Premier League with a few different teams. After retiring due to injury, he returned to Red Deer and has now opened the academy. Students also receive high school credits for the training sessions. The program runs in the Dome near Gasoline Alley throughout the school year. When we return, family first. 2 hockey fans who got engaged during the Battle of Alberta, getting their daughter into the action.
My girl just looked at me like she felt sorry for me sometimes when they were up cheering.
CTV News at 5 continues. You're watching CTV News at 5.
The Edmonton Oilers are receiving some early season reinforcements. The team signed forward Jack Roslovic to a 1-year deal worth $1.5 million. Last season, the 28-year-old scored 22 goals and 39 points with the Carolina Hurricanes. The Battle of Alberta brought one family together while also leaving them divided last night.
That's exactly what you expect the Battle of Alberta to be. That close, overtime to a shootout. It was everything you want it to be.
Peyton and Tessa Partaker live near Lac La Biche and got engaged at an Oilers-Flames playoff game in 2022. Last night, they took their daughter, Era, to her first-ever NHL game with tickets they received as a wedding gift. While mom's an Oilers fan, Dad cheers for the Flames, so their daughter finds herself torn on who to really root for.
For me, it started off disappointing because it was such a crushing lead, 3-0 the first period. My girl just looked at me like she felt sorry for me sometimes when they were up cheering. She would look down at me and kind of pat me on the shoulder. It's okay, Dad.
And we made a promise.
Yeah, she didn't really want to stand with me every time they scored at the beginning. She was feeling, bad for her dad.
Peyton had the last laugh with the Calgary Flames coming out on top 4-3 in a shootout during the first Battle of Alberta of this season. And that's our show. Thanks for watching. I'm Matt Woodman. CTV News continues right now.